Hiya, and welcome back to Socially Awkward, the game that teaches us that the only death that we will accept is death by snoo. Anyways, let's just hop right in. Okay, do we feel excitement or anxiety? Oh shit. There's someone there. Death by snoo. Death by snoo. We feel excited for death. As Tom's lips moved closer to your forehead, the curtains billowed up with the wind, as if the universe itself was conspiring to create the perfect moment. Your heart pounded with anticipation and excitement, fueled by the thought of someone watching in secret. I like messing with you. The kiss is sealed, and you're now a couple in the public's eye. Or at least, that's what you think until the curtain reveals an empty bed. You can't help feeling a little disappointed, but also relieved that you don't have to explain this to anyone. You liar. You point at the empty bed before the curtains hid the lie. Oh, would you look at that? But who covers an empty bed? Stop messing with me. Get out or I'll call the cops on you. For what? For being a handsome liar. A handsome liar, huh? Sounds like a good movie title. Get out of here, you movie aficionado. Just my microphone. So it's not in my face. I'm going. Call me when you're out, okay? Yeah. Shoo already. A few minutes later, as you lay on the hospital bed, your mind began to wander back to your childhood. You remember the constant fear that accompanied you every day, as your father examined you for any sign of abnormality in your body. You have a genetic condition that is a result of two different races intermingling. This condition, generally named as mix, had caused you to be told that your life would be hard and that you might not make it past the age of 12. Despite this dire prediction, you had managed to survive without any life-threatening diseases beyond the age of 18. But the memories of those difficult years still lingered in your mind. You had always been anxious about your health, always worried that you might suddenly fall over and succumb to your condition. With the invention of the smartphone, however, coping with anxiety seemed easier and duller as you watched many videos of experiences beyond your immediate vicinity. Some mixed individuals took advantage of this technology as a means to profit, though most faked their conditions. Some even explained their situation as not being all that bad and considered modern media to be fake news. However, there were also those who showed the world just how miserable their lives were due to their condition and the stigma surrounding it. React, porn ad, gamer video, Raid Shadow Legends ad, Gerbil getting a haircut, react, political ad, react, deceptively straight porn ad, bored, back in a hospital bed again. It's not too bad, I suppose. My old bed was just like this. I think Dad got it as a bargain. These sheets are itchy, though. Hemp? Bored and unable to sleep because of the itchy hemp sheets. You lift the covers to search for the wash tag for information on its manufacturing. A grayish, well-dressed wolf walks politely into the clinic, glancing around until his eyes fall to yours. Excuse me? Fucking Rash. Oh no, he said with a polite smile and a low bow. I apologize for disturbing your... He looks down at the tangled mess you've made with the sheets, completely bewildered by your need to seek knowledge. Have you seen the doctor? He left about 30 minutes ago. Huh, I wonder why he texted me to come here. A pungent, muddy pine scent wafts over the sheets. You lift the sheets up to your nose and take a deep sniff, hoping to figure out the source of the smell. Unfortunately, the sheets just smell medicinal. Undeterred, you follow your nose and discover that the source of the smell is the wolf. Is it me? Despite the strong smell, there is a familiar homey scent mixed in with it. Along with the wolf's natural musk, the smell is almost like a wet dog rolling in a field of cashews. It's hard to describe, but there's something comforting about it. The wolf looks down as if he's used to this kind of reaction. Perhaps it would have been wise to freshen up after my morning exercise. And now he's depressed, you monster. It's not bad, just smells familiar. Familiar? You kinda smell like the forest? Ah, how astute of you! I did came from the forest. I'm guessing you jog around the park? A little farther in, I should say. Near the waterfalls? Why, yes! How did you know? I guess you can say I'm a local expert. Oh, would you be so kind as to show me around? I am quite new to this city and could use some guidance. I mean, sure, but I don't know if we would see each other again. I do not understand why that would be the case. After all, we are classmates. Huh? I am seated behind you in class. Oh. Sorry. Who are you again? Rascal! Rascal Belton! Rascal Belton! Your classmate for the first semester of the year!
It's time to drink water.
My relatives
It's time to
prefer
drink
to
water.
call me Rask if you like.
It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water.
Jace. A pleasure to meet you again, Jace. Hang on, I gotta redo that. A pleasure to meet you again, Jace. You were so engrossed in the situation that you forgot that your hair was on full display. You went to reach for your bag, for your hat, but the situation doesn't feel like the right course of action, so you end up staring at him like he killed your parents. Is there something wrong? Don't tell anyone. About what? This. You gesture to yourself. Oh! Is it a personal matter? Yes, and I want to keep it a secret as long as I can. Oh, my lips are sealed! He makes a zipper motion with his thumb and finger across his lips. Somehow you believed him, despite your strong skepticism urging you to destroy the witness. Must be his friendly aura radiating like a happy gerbil. Why is he a gerbil now? Okay. Tell anyone I'll punch your kidneys. I'm sure that it will not come to that. Good. Good! So, what brings you here? So close. I sort of fell on my head. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Sort of. I don't want to go into details. Just put it that I'm under observation. Ah, it's better safe than sorry. I guess. What about you? What are you here for? I'm waiting for my As Rask was about to answer, the door swings open and Tiger pounces behind the unsuspecting wolf and brings him up in the air. Uncle! What are you doing? What? Can an uncle hug his favorite nephew? Of course you can, Uncle! But... The aging tiger with graying hair swings the wolf around as if trying to tire it out before delivering the final blow. Then why protest? You know your dear uncle loves you. Uncle, I must protest. This behavior is highly inappropriate for the dean of the school. Dilf. He's the one in charge here. Titles be damned. If I cannot love my nephew... Behave yourself. Whoops. My baby! I'm A-OK! Uncle Garth, good morning! Good morning, nephew. Ralph's a hybrid! Who the fuck is Ralph? Despite your tendency to forget names on the first day, there are two large men in the room gazing at what you can only assume is their beloved nephew. So lucky. But a tigress and a lupu family. Together? That's rare. Kinky. How are you? I am positively fine. But may I know the reason for my being called here? Yes. The man-child tiger finally corrected his posture and stood up with an air of professionalism. I was concerned that perhaps you had encountered some sort of mishap as you were not present when your dear uncle and I sat down to our morning meal. My apologies, uncle. I could not resist the call of the forest. The forest called out to you, my dear boy. Yes, it invited me to its beautiful, luscious greens and clean air. I could not resist a good run. Oh, I do the same. It's been a while since I had a good run. Maybe we should have a family run, lovey. Thought of running makes the tiger shudder. His body cringes at the mere mention of it. He sighs but then smiles. It seems he's okay with the idea of running in the end. My aching old bones. And they're married. I'm sorry for causing a fuss, but I did leave a note on the table.
What is your top favorite 5 character to voice in any VN you read so far, Theta?
Rask. Rask. That's it, just Rask. I am having way too much fun voicing Rask. Yes, you did, my dear boy. But you forgot something very important, my dear boy. Oh, have I forgotten my books? I'm sure I checked them last night. No, my sweet and studious young nephew. It is not a matter of material concern. It is a ritual that must never be broken in this family. What? What is it? Your anticipation is rising as you sit and watch this scenario unfold. You've never been this excited to hear what's going to happen, unlike that last disappointing episode of Sword of Thrones. Fucking Game of Thrones. Fallopian tubes. Not only have you discovered that this kid has 2 attractive muscular uncles, but they're married to each other. It's like watching a favorite telenovela. Except you never cared about it because they're all straight. What is it? Our morning hug. Gay. Against the usual social norms between 2 adult men, the wolf tenderly embraces the tiger with a warm and loving embrace. His tail wagging happily as he does so. It's a strange and unusual sight, and you can't help feeling a little envious of the close bond between the two. That is until you feel a sudden tingling vibration near your groin, causing an unexpected reaction. Huh? Gotta do that again. Woo, that's quite enough. I feel so much better now. Anytime, Uncle! He's just done with life. He's just done with life. Very well, my boy. Now that the curse has been lifted, you may resume your normal daily activities. Oh, is it alright if I stay with a friend? Oh, you've made a friend? Who, my boy? He's right over there. He promised me a tour around the city. Well, now, that's mighty kind of you to offer. But, my dear boy, I thought we were going. Oh, I'm sorry, Uncle. You've been so
emotional, damn it!
With the school's associate party this weekend, I couldn't take any more of your time. The party can... Good lad, Rask. Mo does have a lot of work to get done. Enjoy your time with friends. And this is actually good timing. Jace here needs more eyes on him for a day or two. His head injury? Yup, it sounds like you're already up to speed. It seems like you two are already good friends. I object. Maybe it's time you two go on ahead for class. Keep an eye on him. Prod him if you see him sleeping in class. I won't let him out of my sight. Good boy. Do I get a say in this? We're gonna die. As you walk through the halls with a new companion following behind, you can sense eyes watching you from every angle. You make sure that your head is snug and tight and your sleeves are covering both arms. Sideways glances, mumbled whispers, and sudden movements to get out of your way. It's clear that you're definitely getting attention, but the question is why? Brisk walk, brisk walk, brisk walk, brisk walk. You pull your hat further down on your head and briskly walk to your classroom.
Dude, where you been?
Startled by your best friend's sudden surprised movement, you turn around and see Rask standing there with a cheerful smile on his face looking at you. Rask? Oh, hiya. Doctor used backhand slap. It's highly effective, you ask. Rask? John? Rask.
I know who he is, dude. What's important is why is he looking at you like that?
Hello, John. I was asked to help look after Jace's health.
Huh? What's wrong with him?
It seems he fell on his head. Allegedly.
Allegedly?
Alright, class, settle down. We have a lot of formulas to cover today, and I want to see pens and notebooks in hands. Not cell phones! The math teacher enters the room and tells everyone to take their seats. Before class starts, you quickly send a message to Tom letting him know that you're okay and we'll meet him in the cafeteria. Wednesday, 10:06 a.m. Throughout the class, you can feel both your new and old friends staring at the back of your head, the designated head injury lookout, and the interrogator trying to squeeze out information with his glare. Class, a reminder. We will be reviewing algebraic expressions on Friday. Please refer to page 8 on your textbook. The math teacher announced with a confident tone. That concludes today's lesson. As soon as the teacher stepped out of the classroom, the students erupted into a frenzy of huddling and hushed chatter, like a group of squirrels discussing their latest nut-gathering strategies. What's wrong with phones? Okay, I actually have a story about this. Here's the thing with college professors and cell phones. You get one of three. College professors who couldn't care less that you have a cell phone out because you could be taking notes. College professors who hate everything to do with technology. And college professors who will ask you to take out your phone so that way they can show you a cool video because they want some validation. I usually got the first two.
Hey, big, grand, handsome, care to share?
I'm sorry.
Apology accepted. Tell me what happened to Jace.
John seems to be intentionally avoiding you, probably because you have been avoiding eye contact with him throughout the entire class. I apologize, but I'm afraid I lack the details on the matter. I only arrived to find him in bed, fidgeting with the sheets.
Was he masturbating?
Pardon?
You're excused. How did you end up becoming Jace's wet nurse?
I was asked by my uncle to look after Jace's well-being.
Who's your uncle?
My dear Uncle Garth, who serves as the college's physician.
That big blue dilf?
Yes! Maybe. What's a dilf? Rask, how can you be so smart yet so fucking stupid at the same time? Oh my god. Wow. I am impressed. Like, at that point, I have to be impressed. An expression of shock briefly flashes across John's face as the question settles between you. Then it contorts into a broad, wicked grin. Like lightning, his phone in his hand as he furiously begins typing with the malevolent glee on his face. You know this pattern. You know what he's about to do. Years of constant bombardment of dick pics tells you what is about to happen. There, displayed on his phone, a familiar picture of a naked, gruffed, well-endowed gray wolf, spreading his endowment with the... No! No! I'm not reading that. He's going to do it. You need to stop him. Rask! Yes, Jace? Is something the matter? Where do you want to I'm I'm sorry, could you repeat that for me? Where do you want to go? Oh, right, our tour.
Tour?
Yes, Jace kindly offered to give me a tour of the city.
Jace offered a tour to a stranger.
Is there a problem?
Nah, I'm just a little crossed.
Oh, you had plans, didn't you? I'm terribly sorry. Is that why you've been so tense this whole class, Jace? You've been keeping tabs on me. It's okay, Jace, I understand. Is this my ticket out?
Dude, I was waiting for an invite.
Oh, that'll be splendid! The more the merrier!
So, where are we heading?
I was thinking about the mall. This entire situation is beautiful.
The mall, huh? Any reason?
I heard from my uncle that it has everything.
You're not wrong there. Except, why go for a boring mall tour when we can go somewhere exciting?
I guess you are right.
How about the waterfalls?
He lives near the waterfalls.
Whoa, really?
I'm afraid he's right. I've already visited multiple times with my uncle during the last weeks of summer.
That's sick, though. You don't think your uncle would mind if we, visit you to go swimming from time to time?
I think he'll be delighted.
Great. It's a promise, then.
Rask. You fool.
But darn, the waterfalls are the best part of the city. There's not a lot of scenic areas here besides woods, beach, and malls.
How about some local delicacies?
Local delicacies, huh? This city is too new to have any unique delicacies. It's mostly just bougie, yuppie foods. Things like that.
That's alright. I've always wanted to try the local cooking.
We've got a foodie here, Jace.
I don't think we can afford trying every restaurant in the city, much less fancy ones with our college allowance. That is quite alright. I have loads on me. We can share.
And a sugar daddy. Jace, you struck gold, buddy.
What's a sugar daddy? No. No. John. Wednesday, 12:01 p.m. You walk alongside your group of friends trying to ignore the feeling of unease that settled in the pit of your stomach. You can't shake the suspicion that everyone is looking at you, that they can see the genetic defect that you've tried so hard to hide. Why is everyone staring at us?
They're not staring at us. They're staring at him.
John points his thumb at the gray wolf, who looks flustered and uneasy. The wolf's fur is ruffled and his tail droops between his legs, giving off a palpable air of discomfort. Huh? Rask is popular?
Dude, he's a gray.
Oh. Really? Are you open about it?
Dude, just look at him.
Feminine posture, nice silky hair, and that weird hand gesture. Yup. He's definitely gay. God damn it, Jace. And the fact he lives with a gay couple only proves it. Wait, is that a factor? My parents are straight, yet I'm gay. I see. Don't worry, Rask, I don't judge. You don't? Yeah, people should be judged by their character, not their labels. I don't know what to say. That means so much to me. Think nothing of it. As another passerby shows fear towards your fellow gay man, you can't help but feel a deep anger and frustration. Shame on you. He can't help the way he was born. Meet me at Misty's bake shop. Tom wants me to meet him at Misty's.
Ugh. But he just wants you alone so he can give you his AIDS.
He doesn't have AIDS.
How would you know?
He lifts his hand up and enumerates with his fingers.
A professional athlete. A voice that melts butter. Dat ass. A catch like him has probably had more collars than I have. But Tom's got a butthole like a catfish's mom.
No! No! Ew. catfish. He has AIDS.
Buddy, did you not hear the vile things I just said?
No!
So when are we meeting, Tom? I'm starving.
You want to go? Aren't you afraid you'll catch his AIDS?
So you admit he has AIDS?
Dick. Fine, let's go. May I come along? I would love to meet this Tom. I thought it was a given. Oh, goody! Wednesday, 12:06 p.m. Jace, over here. Brought the gremlin, I see. And a new friend? Anything wrong? Oh, my apologies for staring. You just look so good for someone in your condition. No! 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 Oh my... No! That is foul. I'm glad you seem to be doing so well. It looks like you're getting good care. A pleasure to meet you. I'm Rask Belton. Tom Nully. Wait, condition? No! John has informed me of your situation, and I understand that it must be difficult. And what did he tell you? That you have AIDS? I don't have AIDS! Wanna check the menu? Are we not going to stop them? Yeah, they'll be back in a minute. You'll get used to it after a while. Might as well spend it on the menu. As you scan the menu, your eyes are drawn to a sandwich that sounds promising until you read the name of its ingredients. Sliced solanum like copper sissy. Roasted capsicum anum and freshly thawed lactica sativa leaves on a bed of rustic sandwich bread warmed in our artisanal microwave. What the heck is all this? What's wrong? I think this restaurant's run by a cult. Look at the demonic language on the menu. Artisanal sliced solanum tubersum, fresh canned tunis albicaris, roasted capsicum anum, aged parmigiano regano, and a bed of rustic sandwich bread. Seems normal to me. And where's the price? Why do restaurants always have to pull this stunt? It's so stupid. They just do it to raise prices and it just makes me feel poor. And we're in a college bakery. Bougie. Don't tell them I said that! As the Grey Wolf began a polite and charming conversation with the tabby cat cashier, a short lion rushes in frantically searching for a place to hide. Where's that little monster? Welcome back. Hey, have you decided what you're going to order yet? Quick question. Shoot. Are we ordering for a seance? Pfft. Fancy words scaring you? These are the words of the devil. What's solan num like cum paradirium? It's a tomato. Solanum Lycum paradia. Help, I'm turning into a tomato. You're such a kid. Parmigiano Reggiano. It's just a stupid marketing trick. But I'm treating you today, so order anything you like. Don't worry about it. Just pick whatever you think sounds tasty. Wait, is this a date? What's the occasion? Nothing really. I just want to treat my boyfriend. Why don't you just call it a tomato? Exactly! Just call it a fucking tomato. I have talked to the cashier, and she graciously let me foot the bill for everyone today. Wait, what? Why? I owe you an apology. John meant it as a joke, and I believed him. You see John over by the counter, twirling his hand and speaking in a way that suggested that he was some kind of VIP to the sandwich makers. It was as if he believed his words carried a certain weight. The sandwich makers, however, looks annoyed, and their eyes seem to be shifting back and forth between John and the sandwiches, trying to decide whether to spit at him or the sandwich. John, please don't agitate the minimum wage workers. I'm sorry for making assumptions, and I wanted to make it up to you and everyone for being such good friends to me. That's really nice of you, Rask. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks. You are quite welcome.
Hey, tall and handsome Gray! Would you mind coming over here for a sec?
John shouted to Rask to come over to the counter, his voice dripping with calculated charm. Couldn't help but sense that John had an ulterior motive. Coming! As Rask walks over to the counter, you couldn't help but notice the sandwich makers start to sweat like students trying to finish their assignments before class. What even conspicuously hid a sandwich under the counter? But your attention gets drawn away by sulking Lion, looking out the window as if cursing the birds that flew by. Hey, at least you both get free lunches. I wanted it to just be us. Oh, that's probably my fault. My bad, Tom. Hey, it's fine. Kinda expected you to bring John along. But I was also expecting him to take a hint. But I wasn't expecting you to bring a Gray with you. How'd you end up with him? Well, he's a classmate. You know what I mean. You either hiss at new people or you just stare at them till they go away. I do that. Well, he just showed up at the clinic looking for his uncle. Why would his uncle be in the clinic? Turns out his uncle is the doctor. Dr. Warwick? Yeah, he's the nephew of the doctor and the dean's apparently. The dean was there too? Yeah, he came in after. And get this. They're married. Married. They're married. Stop that. I heard you the first time. How are you not shocked about this? Well, if you stop molesting your other hand, why should I care if they're married? Because they're gay! And what does that make us? An abomination towards God. But how are you not surprised by this? I really don't understand why you're making this like it's a big deal. It's not like we're the only people like that. I'm pretty sure there are tons of homosexual doctors out there who would rather keep their privacy. Don't know why they're surprised by it. I'm just surprised meeting so many in one area. Maybe you're not used to it. I mean, we did study in a Catholic school, where every day our skin burns with sin. So stinky with sin. Or maybe we didn't have air conditioning and just a single wall fan to keep us cool. You know, Catholic school's version of purgatory. Gasp! They knew. But I wonder how Rask feels about it when he opened up. I would guess he'd be pretty smug having two high-powered uncles backing him up. I mean, who needs actual talent or hard work when you've got nepotism? Nepotism? I was talking about Rask being openly gay. Wait. Rask is gay too? Yep, just told me a while ago. Out of the blue, he just told you he's gay. Apparently everyone in school knows he's gay. What?
I got everyone everything on the menu. Since none of you lined up for your order.
In front of you is a tray of 12 different sandwiches wrapped in paper with their corresponding names written in profane text. It's like an ancient grimoire, completely unreadable. You feel the beast will be summoned, 12 stars aligned. You didn't tell us. Meanwhile, over at the counter, Rask seems to be giving the exhausted workers warming compliments and a jaw-dropping tip to each one. I hope you aren't hungry.
It's time to drink water.
John was kind enough to help with carrying the
It's
tray.
time to drink water. It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water.
Anything for a friend.
Yeah. This is all too much. Seems regular to me. But don't worry. If we have leftovers, I'll just bring some to my dear uncles. Go on, dig in. The atmosphere at the table is a mix of friendly and dubious chatter accompanied by a sneaky "you're dead" glance from your newly declared boyfriend to his competition. You and Rask are having a conversation that inevitably ends with Rask inadvertently spilling enough personal details to make a phone scammer's day, and John taking notes for future use. Oh no. Hey, Tom. We're going on a little tour around the city for some local delicacies. Local delicacies? Wanna come? Sure. But who's we? Me, John, and Rask. Know any restaurants? I don't exactly know where we are going. I know a place nearby if you guys are up for some Mexican food. Oh, I've always wanted to try genuine Mexican cuisine. Woo, now I'm craving some sweet cheese corn.
That's not authentic Mexican cuisine.
Yes, it is. We call it mahis, just like in the Spanish.
It's mice. And I don't think you could call it authentic when the main ingredients consist of condensed milk and powdered cheese.
You still sell it.
That doesn't mean it's Mexican.
Hearing Jace excited about it makes me want to try as well. Well, I hope your stomach is up for it. Why not be as gourmet as what you're used to, Rask? Oh, don't worry about me. I'm always up for trying new things. Though sometimes my stomach doesn't quite agree.
Are you lactose intolerant like Jace?
I'm not being compared. No, not at all. However, I must admit that I have a weakness for spicy food. Oh, have you tried taking lactate for that? It might help with the discomfort, Jace. If I can afford it. But I'm a cat, I'm supposed to drink milk. I don't think that's how it works. Sure it does. Why would the government allow them to advertise? Unless your ancestors domesticated cows over the course of thousands of years, I don't think you have the genes for it, especially people of Asian descent. But, the Nido commercials. They told me they'll make me big and strong! Well, you are larger than most Felicians I've ever met. It's the milk.
Jace does have a little lion in him.
No, but he definitely has something big in him. Oh my god. Oh my god. Tom's going to kill him. Oh, he has a big cat inside him, alright. My pure instinct, you kicked Tom in the shin. Sure, he's your boyfriend, but you're not quite ready to go public with it. Are you okay? I hit my foot on the table. Can I ask you a question, Rask? Of course, I'd be delighted. Why are you here? Oh, shit. I don't follow. Let me rephrase. Why are you studying in a third-rate college even though you're a gray? Compared to what's already given to you, why settle here? Ah, well, you see... What are you talking about, term? Jace, swallow. I already told you that they work here. Why are you being a racist? I wasn't being racist. You're calling Rask by the color of his fur. That's pretty racist. No! Jace, he is a gray. See? John, he said it again.
Oh my god, my brother's a racist!
Hurry, Tom. Apologize to Rask. What?
Yeah, apologize to Rask.
I think there's a misunderstanding. Hurry, Tom. Our online social credit depends on this. What? Ah, I can feel them. I can feel the eyes of a million blonde-haired bluebirds judging us right now. What? Jace. The birds. Do you not see the bluebird?
Maybe tone it down a little there, Jace.
John tries to signal you to lower your voice by making a motion with his hands like a volume meter. As soon as you realized what you had done, you could feel your face turning red with embarrassment. Even though turning your head, you know that you've disturbed the other patrons with your loud and boisterous behavior. The thought makes you feel self-conscious and exposed, like you're being scrutinized and judged by a panel of strangers. Tom suddenly slams his hand on the table, a sound echoing through the room. People who are staring at you quickly turn their attention to Tom, and for a moment, everything else fades away. Struck by Tom's commanding presence, his eyes are intense, focused, almost blazing with a fierce anger. His jaw set in a firm line, and he holds himself with a confidence and self-assuredness that you find both intimidating and incredibly attractive. Tom stares down the people who are staring at you, and you feel grateful, but also concerned that he's drawing attention to himself. As the tension in the room dissipates and heads turn back to their original positions, Tom turns to you with a reassuring smile. Don't worry about them. We're just having fun. After the incident, Tom hands you a sandwich and you accept it delicately. He unwraps another sandwich for himself, takes a huge bite and chews it with unapologetic gusto, unashamed of his previous actions. Wednesday, 3:09 p.m. We were supposed to meet Tom here, right?
Maybe he's out looking for some, but...
Just you're about to slap that little line silly, you hear a pair of roars in the distance, one of which you recognize and the other you do not. Roars appear to be coming from the school entrance, encircled by a throng of students who are either cheering on the participants or watching the spectacle with morbid fascination. It appears that our dear friend Tom has found himself in a bit of a tussle with the tigress. Why the fuck did he say tigery? Why the fuck did he say tussle? Rask, gifted with height, was able to see above the sea of students and catch a glimpse of Tom and Tyr locked in a heated argument. Their words inaudible over the cacophony of cheers and shouts from the crowd. Tom is in there? When Rask nodded, your heart sank. You had no idea what was going on, but the fact that your boyfriend was involved in some kind of fight filled you with dread. Pushing your way out through the throngs of people, you finally emerged in the center of the ring. And then you saw him grappling with none other than Tyr, the pervert. Why are they fighting? The air was thick with the sounds of hollers and whoops as the crowd egged on the two fighters. It was clear that everyone was here to see a fight, and the energy was contagious. You could feel your heart confused with excitement and worry, even though you had no idea what was happening. A few people in the crowd were yelling, "It's not worth it," but it was obvious that they had no clue what they were talking about. They were just caught up in the frenzy like everyone else.
Take your clothes off!
Oh god. John as well screaming on top of Rask's shoulders. The two grappled each other after shaking off the sudden request. The crowd grew even more frenzied. You watched with bated breath, not knowing what would happen next. Tom lunged forward, seizing Tyr by the neck with a vice-like grip. He gasped for air, struggling to break free as the line tightened his hold, his muscles bulging with effort. Tyr twists and writhes until he manages to slip free. In a flash, he spun around and locked Tom's arms behind his back, trapping him in a tight hold that left him gasping for breath. John, you suck at being a friend. Ugh. That's all you got. Tom's trying to break free, but Tyr's got him in a tight hold. What do you want with Jace? Tyr just lets go after delivering a good kick to the back, already looking like he's done with the whole thing. There you are. The crowd around you disperses, expanding the circle with you at its center. Traitors! I got you now. His hands were almost within grabbing distance until a small figure appeared behind him.
That's my purse. I don't know you. That's my purse. I don't know you.
Huh? Oh my god. I get the reference. Please tell me you get the reference to that. Yes! The King of the Hill reference. Yes! King of the Hill. Fucking Bobby. He's like, let go my purse. I don't know you. And then just kicked him in the balls. The impact echoed through the air, and a chorus of groans rose up from the men in the surrounding crowd, as if they could feel the blow in their own bodies. Wincing in sympathy, they quickly backed away from the violent scene, leaving the would-be assailant on the ground, thankfully unconscious.
What? It's a King of the Hill reference. Gotta say, he has fat balls. Hope I didn't crush them permanently. Get your dumb boyfriend before he wakes up.
Thanks, John.
No problem.
My hat!
Is that really your concern?
Is our hat our concern? Now we don't give a shit about our hat. Tom! Oh, fuck. Did my knife break? I will actually oh, no it didn't. Yay! Tom! Oh, my back. You okay? Jace, you're here. Where's Tyr? Did he touch you? John got him by the balls. Oh. That's not something I want to hear coming from John. Kicked, not drained. And you had to say it. Let's go before we get any more attention. Wait, where's your hat? No time! Your group fled the crime scene. Your friend Rask hurriedly scrawled a note and placed it on Tyr's prone form, hoping to give some explanation for what had just occurred. Wednesday, 3:21 p.m. I know I said we didn't have time, but we have to go to the mountains. You guys wanted Mexican food. This is the shortest way.
In the mountains?
Yep, there's this little town up in the mountains, filled with Mexican families who've been living here for generations. You get to taste the real authentic flavors of the local cuisine. What's better than cooked by the people who know it best? Tom! Amigo! From out of the food truck, a brown-furred coyote vendor leans out of the truck window, waving a friendly greeting to your boyfriend. In his other hand, he holds an ice cream cone. Its sweet contents already beginning to drip down the sides in the warm sunlight. Miguel, ¿cómo estás? Estoy bien, amigo. Is this your brother? Unfortunately, Miguel. Tom! That's not a nice thing to say to your brother. Miguel extended his hand towards John, offering him the half-melted ice cream cone with a grin. You look exhausted, Pequeño Leon. Take this as your brother's apology. John hesitated for a moment, but eventually relented, taking the cone from Miguel's hand. Dom, amigo mío. Mi segundo hermano. Why didn't you tell me I had a little brother? I'm not sure what you're trying to say. He's about David's age, right? I guess. Then introduce them. Miguel, I don't think that's a good idea. Why not? They could be great friends. You're asking for an extinction, less a dictatorship. Are you loco? I'm asking that you give them a chance to be buddies. Same thing. Andy bites. Great! They already have a lot in common. Oh, God. Dave... As Miguel turned to glance over Tom's shoulders, he caught sight of the frantic and reddish gray, whose expression was a mix of confusion and panic. Why is your tongue out, John? Little do you know that John was in the midst of performing a seduction ritual with his own dessert. What are you doing to that poor ice cream? Miguel deftly hooked his arm around Tom's, pulling him in close with a fluid motion that spoke of practiced ease, leaning in to whisper something confidential. Tom, ¿es eso un great que veo? ¿Está soltero, es rico? I have a cousin who's looking for a man like him. I just met the guy. Missed opportunity then. Please, stop trying to set people up. But it's my favorite hobby, and don't you think it's good for business? I fail to see the connection. Imagine this. Miguel grabbed Tom's shoulders, splaying his hand up in the air to dramatize his words. When word spreads that by coming to this dangerous cliffside after eating my delicious ice cream, of course you'll find true love. I don't think that's how love works. But it's all about the atmosphere. The thrill of danger, the sweetness of my ice cream. It's the perfect recipe for romance. As Miguel continued to spin his story about love on the dangerous cliffside, John and Rask seemed to be busy with their phones. Don't you think so, eh, gato? Huh? Well, it's a nice, advertising portfolio. See, Tom, even your boyfriend supports it. Wait, what did he just say? I think we'll be going now, Miguel. Tom gestured toward the long line forming at the ice cream truck. Can't have us ruin your business by holding you up. Aye, the missus isn't going to be happy. You bringing the boys to the gym? Not right now, we're just going to the Plaza for some grub. Send my love to Abuela for me when you see her. I will. Adios. Wednesday, 3:51 p.m. You have finally arrived at the promised land. The bustling scene greets you with vendors tightly packed in a circle, their goods displayed for all to see. In the center of this hubbub are several tables and chairs arranged on the road, inviting passers-by to take a break from their travels and enjoy the many smells and signs offered by the vendors. Groups of young adults and elderly meandered through, buying, talking, and occasionally causing obstructions until prompted with an "excuse me," or someone passing through the tight space between them. John, driven by a shared interest, enthusiastically drags Rask along, their hands tightly clasped together, almost like holding onto his wallet. Are we not going to stop him? Nah. He is an adult. He can take care of himself. We're talking about John here. By the end of the day, he'll drive by and pick us up with his new car. I'll be smiling down on him when he files his taxes. Taxes? Well, if you're going to drive, you'll need a driver's license, and a driver's license is a government ID, so the government needs money. Sounds tedious. It makes you not want to get a car at all. Good thing, too. I'm not planning on driving. Why not? It's the idea of having someone's life in the palm of my hand. I wouldn't worry about it. That just means you're careful. It's not that. Dad's been pushing me to get my driver's license again. Again? How'd you fail? I failed the written exam. Well, you can pass the next time. I didn't say I wanted to pass. Huh? I didn't fail on purpose. You're sending me mixed messages here. Basically, Dad wants me to drive rather than himself. I don't see that as a problem. Hey, I thought we're on the same team. I'm against your dad not learning a new skill. Driving's easy. It's like a bigger bike, but with 4 wheels. Wait, when did you learn to drive? I got mine 2 years ago. You have us walk up the mountain rather than drive us here. You can get a license without a car, you know. Geh? Then what's the point of getting a license if you don't have a car? It's the easiest way of getting a government ID, and who knows, you might drive in the future. At least you'll only have to renew it every 10 years. And become the family chauffeur! You don't have to drive for your family, you know. It's expected. I'm the oldest male in the family. Well, you're living with your parents. It's the least you can do. I'd rather drive off a cliff. Pfft. Don't ever say that again. Hence, I'll never take the exam again. Let's find that cheesy abomination before you say any more morbid stuff. Cheese, corn, cheese, corn, cheese, corn. The search kicks off with a scene of children gleefully pursuing a spotted brown and white dog who happened to be clutching a cluster of vibrant red balloons and a chicken on the other. Through the bustling surroundings, you catch snippets of a heated argument between a husband and wife. He needs a lactate? He needs to lactate? God damn. Alright. I'm not going to read this aggressively. I'm going to try to read this, and I'm sorry if I butcher it. ¿Quién es esta persona? ¿Quién es esta descarada con la que has estado hablando? Her dispute centered around the contents displayed on the husband's smartphone, held by the wife in a chopping motion toward her husband while screaming profanity in Spanish. Sorry if I butchered that. To the left, you are treated to a delightful sight. A magnificent display of golden rows of corn. Prepared in various tantalizing ways. Boiled, roasted, fried, and even popped in coated colorful flavors. Vendors hollering left and right, vying for attention, trying to capture the interest of potential customers with their golden products. Lleva dos por el precio de uno. Recién hecho. Aren't you hot wearing thick jackets all the time? El mejor precio de la ciudad. No, not really. He casually shrugs off the sun's photons as if they were ping-pong balls. Aprovecha. Just looking at you is making me sweaty already. Elotes asados el carbon. Maybe I am hot. Pausing in his stride, he swayed his hips ever so slightly, drawing attention to his hot assets in a playful way. Playful display. Hot buns. Before the malicious thoughts takes hold, your graceful yet determined hand swiftly rises to punch the evil assets. With a decisive motion, you swoop in low and smack the temptation propelled by your swift stride. Yow! Corn dogs! Corn dogs! You dash ahead, taking on the duty of scouting for the elusive cup of corn and cheese powder. Cheese corn! Cheese corn! Cheese corn! He came to a sudden stop, drawn to the side of a ruggedly handsome Macon standing vigilantly over a distance. His gaze sweeping across the surroundings with the focus of a muscular bouncer, albeit without the cool sunglasses. Macon! I need you. As you raise your hand to catch his attention, he swiftly departs as if a sudden commotion erupted nearby. Mac... Oh. Did you find it? Nope, but I saw Macon just now. Must be taking a break. That's nice. Not soon after, another familiar figure enters your field of view. Hunching slightly over and moving slowly in the busy crowd, he stealthily trails behind tourists, observing their every move. Ah, god damn it. God damn it, David. Stop being a fucking klepto. With a sudden change in direction, he skillfully maneuvers around the crowd, occasionally making subtle contact with others, be it a bump or a swift sidestep. I guess Damien's taking some time off, too. It's David. After his peculiar dance amidst the crowd, he comes to a halt near the popcorn stall, pulling on his shirt collar to inspect something hidden within. Until his bulky older brother swoops in, lifting him off the ground as if he were a football. They veer right and vanish through the narrow gaps between two small stalls, despite Macon's bulky frame. That was weird. Why did that make me hungry for some reason? Well, it ain't that weird cheese corn you wanted. But they do have corn dogs. He offers you a corn dog and a bottle of iced tea with a handsome smile. Thanks! You discreetly tap the corn dog's crust, checking for an optimal level of crispness, but alas, your hopes shatter from the cold and spongy feedback. Dang, it's an old one. Refund! Let's find some seats and talk. Okay. You find your seats near the trees in the outer corners of the large circular plaza covered in leaves. You remove the tissue wrapping from your corn dog and proceed to wipe both seats for you and Tom. I have more tissues to wipe with. Pulls out a bundle of tissues from his pocket. Oh, thanks. Rather than Tom's intended purposes, you decided to wipe the oil off your lips instead. So cute. Choo choo choo. Nom nom nom. Flickers of a memory manifests itself without warning, revealing fleeting glimpses of the streets teeming with people of all ages, each adorned with masks depicting 5 distinct characters. The crowd gathers up the hill enticed by the loud announcements, captivating theme song, and dazzling spotlights. I don't know why, but I feel like I've been here before. You should. The church is right over there. He points his fingers towards a slender ivory tower protruding from the surrounding trees. The church's marble walls peek out from the corner, creating a striking contrast against the backdrop of the plaza. Oh, St. Paul Catholic Church. How'd I miss that? I haven't stepped foot in that church in ages. An epiphany hits you, though it feels more like being graced by soft marshmallow than a revelation. While you may not entirely believe the church can truly solve your ghost problem, especially since you already believe to have exorcised it from your apartment, there's a lingering thought that it might be better to be safe than sorry. What's on your mind? Do you think it's a sin to steal holy water? Steal holy water? From the church? Why am I not surprised? I think so. Maybe if you ask for permission it would be alright. But to who? The priest or the Lord? Both. But it's God's water. Why do I need permission from the priest? Because they made it. How do you make holy water? No clue. Darn. You and your little head. You asked what I was thinking. I was expecting something like want to visit the church or how's Father Mark doing? Want to visit the church? Then I'll say that's a bold-faced lie. You hate going to church. Well, it is. It's a waste of a good Sunday. Itchy clothes, no subtitles, moral questioning. I'd rather watch the devil's devices. TV. What about you? Still praying for our sinful ways? Mostly to keep Mom company. You know how she loves getting her pedicures after church. Yeah, my mom still tags along even though she doesn't attend church anymore. Chomp. Now that you mentioned it, how come your family stopped going to church? Obviously, it's a waste of time. For you. Your family regularly attended every Sunday and dragged you with them. But then you all stopped. Your self-preservation instinct is shouting at you to stop, warning of potential consequences that may affect your relationship with your parents. However, your soul seems nonchalant, expressing indifference. Is this a conflicting moment? Which voice do you choose to listen to? Keep it to yourself or tell him. And they had to stop. We're gonna stop it for the ad. We're back for the ads. Fuck. Holy shit. That was a big number. Yeah, we're gonna tell him. And we're back. We're gonna tell him. I guess we stopped going after Dad decided not to. How come? Corruption, conspiracies, wealth, power, the usual TV reasons people turn corrupt. He does have a point with the expensive sound system. Oh, that. Well, they upgraded to a Bose about a year ago. And the fancy cars? Donated? And the scandal? There was a scandal? I didn't pay much attention to my dad's conspiracy ramblings. But based on what was popular at that time, it's probably molesting children. It scares me how easy it is for you to say that. And you can't collectively blame every church over one pedophile. If the churches are protecting him, then they're all in on it. I don't want to continue down this road. To be honest, I'm not much of a church person myself. I was just lonely with no one to talk to but my mom. Oh. It's any consolation. My mom made me learn how to embroider. Made you? Yeah, she just dumped an embroidery kit on me and told me to follow along. Nah, she probably wanted to spend time with you. It was fun, I guess. Pretty girly, though. Hey, embroidering is a high-level skill. If it weren't for it, your nicely round ass would be exposed 50% of the time we've done our deliveries. Duh, you were looking out for me. Looking at your ass more like it. So. You like looking at my ass, huh? Eat your darn corn dog. Yeah. Wanna eat mine? Don't make me stab you. You're so goddamn cute. Sin. Kind of want someone like Tom. Tom's unexpectedly rousing comments made you feel thirsty, and a hot
Always
summer day
watching.
kind of thirst, prompting you to chug the entire bottle of iced tea in one go. Ain't you thirsty? Stop! You raise your plastic bottle and... Ow, how did that hurt? Must be from all that sin. Staring at the slightly dented bottle, you found something that may solve your ghost problem. Do you believe in ghosts, Tom? Is that why you're talking about stealing holy water? You can say that. What are you, a kid? Is this going to be another white lady situation? Hey, the white lady is real and you saw her yourself. It was just our overactive teenage imaginations playing tricks on us in the mist. Plus, the white lady supposedly only targets motorists. Your relatives were very clear how she died. Yeah, but... Bikes have motors now. She could have easily mistaken them. So you can't kill someone with a bike. She wouldn't attack something that didn't kill her. Didn't my auntie say she was still alive before the motorist abandoned her to die? Don't try to scare me. I'm not. I'm just reminding you to drive safely during foggy conditions. That's usually when she appears. Oh, I always remember, just not because of a ghost, but because of the hands and screams of a scaredy cat who almost drove us off the cliff. And that is why you should always drive slowly. You little shit. Anyway, let's just talk about ghosts. Ugh, it's probably nothing, just my nerves playing tricks on me. What's been bothering you? I don't know, maybe it's because I live alone, with no one to call for help if someone tries to break in. And maybe someone died without my mom telling me. Yikes. But no, how old is this building? About 10 years old, give or take. That's relatively young compared to most haunted buildings I've been. There are haunted buildings here. Yeah, there were plenty of abandoned cabins scattered throughout these mountains. Me, John, and a few other kids used to explore those areas in search of treasure. Did you find any? Did one of you get cursed? Unfortunately for you, it was just rotten plywood and a nest of spiders. No upside-down crosses, deer effigy, a hoard of gold coins, or a pool of blood. Aw, you ruined the lore. I tell it how it is. Plus, the one I'm talking about is near a gold mine. There's gold. Yeah, this used to be a mining town about 150 years ago. That's why a lot of kids are exploring the forests, even till this day. What about this cabin, then? The original cabin was owned by... Oh, wait, we're actually going to leave off here tonight. Hang on, I'm going to... Damn. I can't change the... Whatever, because I really like the first one. Anyways... Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.